dito sa Kababayan Today. Ako po si G. Tanji. Filipino fashion designer Mark Bumgarner is here in the West Coast as his collection of classy, feminine, and flowing creations are available now here in Beverly Hills at Kamal. Another Filipino making us proud in the world of fashion and design. Mga kababayan, first time on the show, and it's my first time to interview him. I'm very excited. Ladies and gentlemen, with pride, I present Mark Bumgarner. Hi, Mark.
Hi.
I'm so excited you're here in Los Angeles.
I know.
Unang-una sa lahat, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Mark is not new in the scene, but he is considered a young designer
yeah.
in the Philippines. How young, Mark, can I ask?
24.
Bagets na bagets! And yet you have already a lot of talk about your work in fashion in the Philippines, and now you're available here.
Yes.
This is a big deal.
I know. It's been a big dream of mine the past few years to finally be able to sell in the US, but I mean in Beverly Hills nonetheless.
Right? It's
like,
the mecca of fashion
Yeah.
here in the West Coast.
Exactly.
So congratulations
Thank
once
you.
again. Pero unang-una sa lahat, pag-usapan natin, how did you start your career in fashion?
How did I start my career?
Yes. Is this something you always wanted to do?
This is something that came pretty late. 2012 was when I realized I wanted to be in fashion.
So what? Wait, just 3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Okay.
I moved back home from living in Indianapolis because that's where I was racing, and
So Phil-Am ka talaga,
Yeah,
right? You're half Filipino, half
Half
American.
American, yeah.
Taga saan yung Filipino side?
my mom's from Zambales, Palawig, and my dad's from North Carolina.
Okay, so when you moved back to the Philippines,
I kind of was like, I need to work. I need to work, and I was going out, and I met a few people and started kind of styling or help or like assistant backstage in Fashion Week and all that stuff.
and now you're a full-fledged
Yeah.
fashion designer in demand. You are talked about. Your designs are heralded as, just breathtaking. I've seen a lot of
you.
your work because a lot of my friends have worn you at various events. Ang swerte mo naman, Mark. Diba?
I mean, it takes a lot of hard work, especially back home. There's a lot of designers, as you know. There's a lot of designers, and it just really takes a lot of hard work and tiis. Tiis lang.
Tiis
Tiis
lang.
lang. It's not all glamorous.
Okay, so let's talk about your sensibilities as a fashion designer. How would you describe
How
your
would I describe?
sensibilities? Yeah.
I'd say my pieces are lean towards classic and glamorous, but at the same time edgy. But I wouldn't consider myself mainstream because it's a bit parang dressy almost.
Yes.
I want my pieces, like I want when you look back 10 years from now, I don't want you to cringe when you see my dress on you. Like I want it to be pretty timeless.
Yes, timeless is
Yeah.
the word, right? Because
Exactly.
all the pieces that I've seen, especially in the collection that you've shown recently, I mean, these are classic
Yeah.
signature pieces
Yeah.
that every woman needs to have in their wardrobe. Diba?
I've been concentrating a lot more on construction and fit as opposed to being like super like avant-garde. I'm really trying to perfect the fit and the construction of the clothes before I do anything crazy.
Okay, so who influenced you in terms of design? Like, were there fashion designers growing up that you really looked up to? Or where do you get your style? I mean,
Well, growing up, my sisters, of course, when they shop, they always take me and my mom. But I was like introduced into the whole fashion thing when I lived in Europe racing. That's when I was like, oh, okay, everyone's like dressing up, and I was still like normal. And everyone on the racetrack's like head to toe, naka-designer and
so you
stuff
were
like
in
that.
the race circuit?
Yeah, I was racing from 6 years old to 19.
Wait a minute, okay? A fashion designer, very successful, that used to be a racer?
Yeah, it's pretty far.
Wow, okay. So, not 360 degree, but, very different
Yeah,
industries.
very
Why did you
different.
give up racing?
it was difficult to get support from back home, sponsorship-wise. But it came to a point where I said, I can still do something else. I mean, racing is always going to be my first love, and I'd always go back to it if I could. But I'm sticking to this. I mean, it's this, for me, it's a totally different kind of rush. But at the same time, there's still similarity, especially like when you have shows and stuff.
Right. Well, talking about your shows, congratulations once again, because on my Facebook feed, I see nothing but good feedback from your designs.
Thank you.
What can you say about all this positive feedback you've been getting from everybody?
It just like reminds me, like, you know, the hard work I'm doing. Like, it's worth it when people notice it, especially with partnering up with Mazda in the Philippines. They've been so supportive. I did my first collection for them 2 months ago. They launched it at the big car show in
Yes,
the
and I saw the
Philippines.
photos of this, and guess what? When we return, you're going to get to see the amazing photos of his designs. We'll be right back with Mark Bumgarner.